What a game and what a win for the Lakers. Even against a tough New York Knicks team, they dominated throughout, ending up with nearly 130 points, LeBron dropping 33, a 33-point triple-double, playing great defense, bringing a great defensive game plan, a great overall game plan, and executing it to perfection on the court. And well, even the biggest Laker haters are gonna have a tough time with this one. I mean, what's the excuse tonight? OG Anunoby got hurt? Well, Anthony Davis is not even playing this game. So no matter what way you look at it, great win for the Lakers, arguably their best win of the season thus far, definitely having competition with that Boston Celtics game, but overall great win for their team. And it really was that, a team win for them. Pretty much everybody chipped in, despite LeBron leading them with a 33-point triple-double, everybody chipped in and definitely executed their game plan to perfection. And a big part of that game plan had to do with what they did on defense against Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, who only combined for 28 points, Cat only shooting 3 of 12 from the field, 25%. Hard to believe, but very true, even without Anthony Davis. Jalen Brunson only finishing with 17 points, shooting 7 of 18 from the field, 39%, 0 of 2 from 3, having 6 turnovers to go along with it, and overall doing a great job containing both of them. Whether it was with them playing one-on-one defense, I thought Christie in particular did a great job on Jalen Brunson, forcing him into taking some tough shots, and despite him making a few of them, the fact that he had to take those kind of shots is really a testament to Christie's individual defense on him. Then for Dorian Finney-Smith, playing great low post defense, great one-on-one defense in general, forcing Karl Anthony Towns into some tough shots, playing great defense on Precious Achiuwa around the rim, and overall playing great defense for their team around the rim. And with them playing more small ball tonight, that meant more Dorian Finney-Smith at center for them, and between the combination of him and Jared Vanderbilt at center and power forward, or him and LeBron, or him and Rui Hachimura, I thought it actually worked really well for their team. Really showing how versatile they can be on defense, with that combination of Finney-Smith and Vanderbilt, or Finney-Smith and LeBron, or Hachimura. They have plenty of options, even against a team like New York, who are fairly big around the rim. Now, I know a lot of Laker fans are entirely against small ball, but they showed tonight that it definitely can work if they have a good defensive game plan to go with it, which they definitely did in my opinion. And then offensively, can't overlook what their team did here as well. I mentioned the 3-point shooting, and I mentioned LeBron as well. Obviously great game for him, but let's not overlook the game by Rui Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, and really the entirety of their rotation as well. I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith came off the bench and dropped 15 points, all of which came from the 3-point line. Karl Anthony Towns didn't really want to guard him out there, and he made him pay for that too. That's actually part of the positive with him playing small ball center. He really draws their opponent's big man away from the rim, and then if that big man doesn't come toward him, much like Karl Anthony Towns did tonight, then he can definitely make them pay for it. Finney-Smith shooting about 43% from 3 this season, and if you leave him wide open like they did tonight, he will definitely make you pay for it too. That's part of the positive with it, and Finney-Smith showed that tonight. Apart from that though, gotta show love to Austin Reeves this game tonight too. After a really rough first quarter, or at least the first half of it, making some not so great passes, having a few pretty bad turnovers, he really locked in after that point, ending up with 27 points, 6 assists, 3 steals, a couple of drawn charges, knocking down 4 3-point shots, and overall really dominating after that point in the first quarter, and being a big part of this win for their team, as they definitely would have not won this game without him. But then last but not least, gotta mention the hustle guys to their team out there too. Max Christie first, I mentioned what he did against Jalen Brunson, but even on offense, had a really good game for them per usual, having his typical 10 to 15 points, ending with 15 points tonight, 1 made 3-point shot, has now made a 3-point shot in about 15 straight games, ending with 6 of 10 for the field, running the court very well, and making some great hustle plays out there too. Then for Gabe Vincent off the bench, playing some really good point of attack defense, and knocking down 3 3-point shots to go with it. And then finally for Jared Vanderbilt, if you only look at the stat book, you might think he had a pretty bad game tonight, not having a single point, being 0 of 3 from the field and 0 of 1 from beyond the arc, without a single free throw, but being great in the hustle category, having 8 rebounds, 3 of which were offensive rebounds, playing great defense, having about 3 to 5 deflections out there, and overall bringing great energy to their team. I mentioned this on Twitter before, but I truly believe that whenever Vanderbilt is simply healthy and active, everyone else around him kind of gets like a 2K plus 10 attribute boost to their hustle category, and he showed that out there tonight too, bringing great energy for their team, and it really rubbed off on everyone around him. With that being said though, great team win for them tonight, and I'll let you hear about what Redick had to say about it, and how they can maintain this momentum going forward.
Dogs out. JJ was just talking to Finney-Smith walk up and asked him kind of the key, and he said that use the word juice, but the energy that they saw from you kind of all day felt like really rubbed off. But what did you see early, and how did that sustain throughout the evening?
Yeah, I mean, I give the guys credit. Doe can say what he wants. I'm pretty on edge every day. So they executed our game plan. It was another game similar to Boston where they just did a really good job executing the game plan. Completely took Karl-Anthony Towns out of the game. He's had a fantastic season, and we sort of neutralized him. I thought our ISO defense on Brunson was excellent. We were willing to live with contested twos. He took 2 threes tonight, didn't make any. We were going to let Josh Hart shoot, and he made more shots than I thought he would. Give him credit. I mean, the guy plays as hard as anyone in the league, and he had a fantastic game. But I thought the way we executed our defensive game plan, and then just the way we were very smart and strategic about how we played offense tonight.
You had so many different guys step up in spots. And I think all the guys that made threes, Rui and Max and Vinny Smith and Vincent. Like, how did you think that collectively spread throughout the team like that?
Yeah, I mean, we got great looks, and a lot of that was not playing against their best defenders. Didn't put their best defenders in anything. So that created some really good looks for us. And guys were confident. They trusted each other. They knocked it down.
JJ, you said before the game you talked about how you get up to play in this building, and it looked like your players, I mean, LeBron had a huge night.
Yeah.
He's had many huge nights here before. Can you talk about how he played?
Yeah, I mean, he just led. He led tonight with his spirit, his force, his voice. Obviously played a fantastic statistic game, but from the beginning, it was very clear that he was on a mission. I thought AR led as well, and I know he had a good, offensive night. I told him after the game, he made 5 or 6 huge defensive plays. A veer for a steal, a great shift, caught a spin on Brunson for a steal, took a charge, like the rebound there in the fourth in traffic. Like he was huge tonight, not just scoring the basketball.
What did your team show you these last couple games, missing AD, who's probably your best player on both ends?
Yeah, I would say we're building a resiliency to our group and a high competitive spirit. I can't overstate, how important it is to have guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, just competing at a high level every single night. It's a huge difference maker for our group.
JJ, this is not an easy road trip. Regardless of the ball, there's just concern the miles that you guys have traveled.
Yeah.
All the stuff that's happened. You mentioned the resiliency. Peeling back, can you point to moments where you started to see your team toughen up? Is it as simple as, like you said, getting those guys back? And is that when you change identity, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it helps to have Vando for sure. It's noticeable to us, and Shake was fantastic in Washington, but Gabe has been awesome. I know he didn't shoot well to start the season. He's been awesome for us all year, on both ends. As an organizer, as a screener, as a shooter, as a blender starter, defensively he's been fantastic. So, yeah, that stuff matters. And some, over the last month, like trading for Doe, getting Vanderbilt back, in some ways it's like a new group, and you have to sort of build your identity as that group, particularly with Doe, because he's got a personality, and he's fit in, and he's really helped us.